What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 53 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Paul's here, along with my co-hosts, Nick Theories, Mikey P, and Philly Phil. If you're watching this tonight, please share it. If it's your first time tuning in, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get instant updates when we drop new heat.
Scream it.
Was that good, Nick?
Scream it. I love it.
I want approval
I love
moving
it.
forward.
I love it.
I'm going to get your approval before we go to Mikey P. Moving
Growth.
forward.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause, family. I don't like my best friend tell me that, but let's move on. Mikey P, please take it away, brother.
It almost sounded like you took a page out of his book there. It was perfect.
I wasn't keeping my eyes on my own paper.
He's taking notes.
Yeah.
He's learning.
Guys, you know the drill, though. You know the drill. We got a huge weekend ahead of us. The conference championship round, okay? I can't believe we're here, but we're here. We made it, all right? We got Bengals Chiefs, all right? And then we got 49ers Rams, a couple of rematches. It's fucking insane. We'll see what happens. So we're going to preview that tonight on this show. We're going to do something a little different as far as how we break it down. We're going to literally be able to get more into the matchups than we usually can because we have less games. So this should be a fun one. And with that being said, I'm going to get right into it, all right? So tonight's episode of Psychotic and Iconic Sports Podcast is brought to you by PrizePicks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New users who sign up for PrizePicks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That's the promo code ICONIC. PrizePicks, daily fantasy made easy. Also, check us out on the Props Network at propshq.com. Subscribe to us there. Follow our live shows, our episode schedules, everything we drop. Our Twitter feed, it's all there. Go check us out on propshq.com. Let's fucking do it. Phil, hit that shit.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah, big pause. Hey, yo, this is going to be a fun-ass episode, man. Let's fucking get it cracking up in this motherfucker.
Sunday driver never fails.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's get
sir.
it cracking up in here.
You gotta love the Sunday driver.
I love it.
You gotta love having all the games on Sunday, too. Back to back. It's gonna be a football Sunday for real, okay?
I'll go back to back.
Like you on the cover of
Lethal Weapon.
I can't even go.
Shut
Let's fucking go, man.
Tom.
Oh,
Sha, sha, sha.
Jesus.
what is that shit?
Oh my God.
So
So first
You
game,
don't know what it
guys.
is?
First game. AFC Championship. Bengals Chiefs rematch. Only a few weeks ago they played. The Bengals won that matchup. The Chiefs are favored by 7. Kind of a big line, okay? So we're gonna go into this like position by position almost. The structure of this is who has the advantage, and I'm gonna say to the guys, I'm gonna say a position group or whatever. I'm gonna name players, and they're gonna tell me who has the advantage, the Bengals or the Chiefs. They can interpret it however they want. This could be based on matchups. This could be based on just strictly talent, your belief of who's better on each side. It could be a gut feel, because that's what it is. Like we're predicting what's going to happen in this game. So you could hear some crazy ass shit. All right, it may not even make sense, but that's our opinion.
Probably won't. But that's why we're
No,
Psychotic and
it's gonna
Iconic.
make sense.
It's
We'll
gonna
see.
make sense. It's P
It's
and I
supposed
here.
to
We
make
don't
sense.
bullshit
It will.
too much.
Because if you're not saying what you actually believe, then what the fuck you saying?
I'm saying everything I believe tonight.
That's good.
Yeah, I've been
That's
doing
what
it.
I mean.
I've been doing it for 53 episodes. I'm not gonna stop
Well,
now.
I like to hear that.
Yep.
Good. I wasn't pointing at you. I'm just saying.
Just making sure over there.
I just didn't understand.
I
what
wanted to
that
check you before the 10-minute mark.
meant. There is no need for checking over here. Everything's good. My temperature's up. I'm good. I'm upbeat. I'm ready to pod. I'm ready to talk.
Joy or pain?
Who? let's get this shit rolling.
Yeah, let's go. So, the best thing is first, guys. Quarterbacks. Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes. Who has the advantage? Bengals or Chiefs? And I think I'm going to have to go to Pauls here to start the night off. Go ahead, Pauls.
So for
Let's
me,
go, baby.
as much as I love Burrow's unwavering confidence and how it feels like it goes to the entire team, to me, it's definitely Mahomes. He's been here. I think it's his third or fourth straight AFC Championship game. He's already won a Super Bowl. I don't really have much to say on that one. Burrow's still young, and while I feel like Burrow can capture this moment, and he's built like that, he's built for it. I just think right now it's turning into Mahomes' league at this point. And, Burrow's not there yet. It's not to say that he won't be there in 2 or 3 years. But right now, the edge is definitely leaning towards the Chiefs with Mahomes.
Fair points. Fair points.
Yeah, I agree with you,
Nick.
Pauls. I'm with you. It's Mahomes all day. He's home. He's been here before. Tyreek Hill is still there. Travis Kelce's still there. Their whole team's still there. And he's been here before, like I said. He's been on a roll the last couple of weeks. It looks like the Chiefs are really starting to hit their stride as far as offensively. As far as, early in their season, they were kind of hitting, some slumps. And, a lot of people were questioning them as a Super Bowl team. But now I think, the last couple of weeks, it's showing, they look like they're the old team, the old Chiefs. So for me, I'm going Mahomes.
And it's interesting, guys, when you look at this from both angles, it comes off as both sides have a positive matchup. QBs versus these pass defenses. You got all the weapons on both sides, a ton of skill talent, which we're going to get to in a minute. But, even the stats are pretty similar. You got Burrow at 46-11 passing yards, 34 TDs, 14 picks. You got Mahomes at 4,839 passing yards, 37 TDs, 13 picks. So they're almost identical. Some people might say Burrow, they scored 33 points last time. Jamar Chase had a 3-touchdown game in that game. I expect both sides to make adjustments, though, and obviously here I'm going to have to side with Patrick Mahomes, who, again, looks like the best of the best. This is the best he's played all season. He's done it in multiple games in a row. And just scoring in bunches. This team is just scoring. I think that he's. I can see both of them having good games though. That's the thing. So, but Mahomes has been here, like you both said, and you got to go with them. You just have to. They're at home too, so you expect that to play a little bit into their favor, right?
Well, yeah. I think for me, it's more of the crowd noise is going to be the factor in the game. It's going to be loud as shit in Kansas City. That stadium gets rocking. So I'm curious to see how Joe Burrow plays in that kind of environment. I know last week he got a win, but I think for me, I just think the crowd factor. I think it favors the Chiefs. I think it favors them on offense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So for me, that's why I'm going Mahomes. But if you go back to the week 17 matchup between the two teams, Burrow had 446 passing yards with 4 TDs against the Chiefs, and Mahomes only had 259 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bengals won the game.
But somebody would say that, Nick.
But for me, it's just I think the crowd factor. It's just that's going to be the game. If this game was played in Cincy, I think maybe, a lot of people would lean towards picking Cincinnati to win the game. But I think that's a big factor. So, for me, the Bengals got to come out hot.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing, too, it's funny you said that stat. Tyreek Hill and Kelce were held to combined 11 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown. That can't happen again.
It won't.
And it's it sucks because they still put up 30 on the Bengals.
Yeah.
So it's tough because
that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. So and Patrick Mahomes,
Tyreek Hill was hurt too. He was substantially hurt at that time.
And at the time, Mahomes, like you said, only threw for he didn't throw for a ton of yards.
259.
Yeah. So that's not that's not Mahomes-esque.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be different in the AFC Championship game than it was in Week 16. Those
Absolutely.
are 2 totally different atmospheres, for sure.
And the magnitude.
Yeah,
the moment
sure.
is massive.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, your legacy is boosted.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because you could always say, oh yeah, well that quarterback went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You can always say that. It's on the resume. So it means a lot.
Yeah.
It means more to who do you think it means more to? Burrow or Mahomes?
Mahomes has already been there and he's won one. So like I feel like for me, Mahomes can add to his legacy. Like if he loses the Super Bowl, it's not like, oh my God, he stinks. Like you know what he can do. But Burrow, just for getting there already, that already enhances him more than I think it does for Patrick Mahomes right now, because this is only his first year in the playoffs. I mean, who was the last quarterback to do that?
Right.
Roethlisberger?
So, like...
hell yeah. Yeah, Mike, I mean, to add to that, Joe Burrow, if the Bengals getting to this point is fucking insane. It's absolutely insane that they made it to this point. If they get to the fucking Super Bowl, that is really, like, an unbelievable accomplishment, not just for Burrow, but the entire team. This organization has been in the slums for a while, you know?
Oh yeah, and that's got to be up there with like one of the better seasons in recent memory. If the Bengals if they actually do it, like I'm trying to think, maybe like the Ravens.
It's
with
dope.
Flacco. Yeah,
it's dope
awesome.
Because like they've been trashed for
you
know, since like Carson Palmer and Ocho Cinco was there.
Yeah,
and Tisha Hujmanzada. Well, like they've been trashed since then, and they were like, you know, they never won a playoff game, but they were always pretty good.
And like
I feel like
they drafted Palmer in 2009, and didn't he tear his ACL his first year in the first round of the playoff game?
I'm not really sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Carson Palmer, and he was never really the same again.
It was against the Steelers. I remember this clearly, and I mean the Bengals were amazing that year. That looked like their year, and
it was him, you know, Ocho Cinco, Houshmandzadeh.
Hey, you want to know who delivered the hit?
Yeah.
You want to know who delivered the hit? I remember this shit, okay? This is a one-time Eagle who actually lived in Voorhees for a hot minute while he was on the team. Kimo von Oelhoffen.
How do you remember
Kimo
that?
von Oelhoffen. Shit is crazy. I can't even believe I just remembered that.
I can't either. That's awesome.
Kimo von Oelhoffen changed the course of the Bengals' history with that hit, that low hit on Carson's knee, and essentially changed his career too. He's arguably a borderline Hall of Famer right now. Imagine what would have happened if he didn't blow out the knee, if he did stay there with Chad Johnson, you know?
Yeah,
he didn't have a couple of down years sandwiched in between the Bengals all the way, you know, to the Raiders to the Cardinals years. Imagine that shit. Not to go off on a tangent.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I get it.
But anyway, guys, we got another position group to move to, okay? Running backs. Everybody loves running backs. You got Joe Mixon versus the package of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jerick McKinnon, who's alive again. This man has been hurt every single year. Who has the advantage? Bengals or Chiefs? Nick, start us off.
I'm going to say the Bengals. I mean, I think Joe Mixon's a better back than both of them. Although I do like the McKinnon dynamic, because he could receive and he's a pretty good runner as well. And he's played pretty well when he's had the opportunity for the Chiefs. It kind of gives him like another dimension on their offense, which is actually kind of scary. But I mean, Joe Mixon's had an incredible year running the football. I think he was like maybe second in the league in rushing yards or something.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a phenomenal year. We know, had 13 touchdowns. So I feel like the Bengals are going to give him the ball like a lot more than like the Chiefs are a pass offense. Like they don't run the ball as much as other teams. So for me, I'm going Joe Mixon.
Yeah, so I think Joe Mixon obviously is the better one, but I would say that the edge goes to the Chiefs with the McKinnon factor now.
Ooh.
Because now you have you have a dual threat out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
You have two dual threats in a sense, because they could both pass catch. So for me, I would look to utilize them out of the backfield and get them going.
Well, here's the thing: who do you trust more? Like in a defensive battle game where running the football matters and getting tough yards, who do you trust more?
The Bengals.
So you think this is going to be like a more of a passing game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a pretty high scoring, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be a ground and pound game. I don't think it's going to be a game between the tackles or anything like that at all. I don't see that.
Interesting. Okay.
Me too. I'm kind of leaning high scoring here myself. Guys, I'm gonna have to give the edge to the Chiefs in this game, simply because of this. Okay. I mean, DJ Reader, by the way, I'm gonna throw out a random name like that. DJ Reader was fantastic last week in the middle of the Bengals defensive line, despite the loss of Larry Ogunjobi, which is something I mentioned last show. He did a great job, but the Chiefs' offensive line is stacked. I actually trust them more in this situation, being able to run the ball more effectively due to that reason. I think that they're going to be able to have their way with the Bengals' defensive line. Otherwise, though, Joe Mixon's fantastic. I mean, he's probably a top 5 back. He performed like one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he is the better player, no question. He's the better player. But the Chiefs, definitely having Clyde Edwards-Helaire back was a nice touch for them last week. They were able to run inside and out, and then you had McKinnon doing the same thing as the week before. You have him as a pass catcher out of the backfield, and then he slices through your defense. So I'm gonna go Chiefs. So next up, pass catchers. All right, this is a hell of a group on both sides of the ball. You got the Bengals with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, even CJ Uzoma. He's emerging a little bit as a tight end here, okay? And you got the Chiefs. You got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Byron Pringle stepping up. Byron Pringle. And then you got McCole Hardman. Who's got the advantage? The Bengals or the Chiefs?
For one, the Bengals have a better wide receiving core because I think they're deeper. But the Chiefs have Mahomes and Kelce. And to me, those two are just light years ahead of where that group of wide receiver is at this point. Higgins, Boyd, and them.
As far as maturity?
As far as maturity, ready for the moment, been there, experienced, vet, savvy. Like, you just saw what Kelce did. Kelce called his own play with 13 seconds left and was able to get to a 48-yard field goal. So, like I said, if you're lining up one for one, the better wide receiving core, the deeper one is the Bengals. But who I would trust in this moment for that is the Chiefs. And it's like, you know, Tyreek Hill, you can make a case that he's the second best wide receiver in football behind Devontae Adams. Kelce's definitely the best tight end in football. And, you know, they've been here before. They do this. This is what they do. And it was on full display last week against the Bills.
I agree with
Tom says the North remembers, guys. The North remembers. Good point, Tom. Go ahead, Nick.
I agree with you with the Kelce, Mahomes, Tyreek Hill breakdown. I really do. But after I just saw Gabriel Davis break some ankles out there against the Chiefs secondary, I'm taking the Bengals.
I love that, dude.
Because
I didn't even think of it like that.
I think that boy T. Higgins, he's been quiet. He's due. He's due for a monster game like he had, like 2 months ago or a month ago with a 40-point fantasy performance. I think that was his last good game, to be honest with you. Like, he was kind of quiet the last couple weeks. And the Bengals have been winning.
Yep.
So, like, if the Chiefs focus more on Chase, I think Higgins is going to have a lot of opportunities. And also, don't sleep on Tyler Boyd. He's actually a really good receiver, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, as a number 3, like, he is probably one of the best number 3 in the league. Like, they might have the best trio of wide receivers in the National Football League. I mean, they were up there with the Bucs, but the Bucs got hurt. You can make a case for the Rams, maybe, possibly. And then, you know, other teams as well. But for me, like, that trio is the key to the game for me, because they got to start off hot. They got to get the crowd out of the game. And for me, like, Jamar Chase, he's a stud. T. Higgins, he's a big, tall, lanky receiver. The catch radius is out of this world. He's been productive all year. Tyler Boyd, same thing. And they have Uzama, so
who actually isn't bad.
He's actually not bad.
Quality tight end.
Right, like, he'll move the chains from time to time, and that's all you need. And sometimes he'll have like these weird plays where, like, they miss tackles and shit like that, and then he'll just run for like 60 yards. It's fucking weird.
I know.
Like, he gets like those weird plays. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm taking the Bengals. I think, you know, their whole wide receiver core is just it's head and shoulders above everybody else in the league. But the Chiefs,
Nick,
the Chiefs are there.
I like it, Nick. I like it. And damn it, I would be lying if I wasn't saying I was kind of teetering towards there, but then the trust factors pull me back a little bit. So guys, I'm gonna say push. All right, because I think this time around, I think the Chiefs guys are gonna be a little bit better too. Tyreek Hill's healthier. I don't see Eli Apple, who by the way graduated from my high school. He's been jawing a lot. I don't know how he's gonna keep up with these guys. A healthy Tyreek Hill, for that matter. I don't think he's going to be on him, but that's besides the point. I'm just mentioning his name because shout out Eastern High School, I guess. Why not? But I also think Travis Kelce's going to have a better game this time around. But on the Bengals side, as Nick just said, the Gabriel Davis point is so valuable. That man just was fresh off of 4 TDs against his defense. Jamar Chase, prior to that game, okay, Jamar Chase had the best receiving game of the NFL season against this same Chiefs secondary. 3 tutties. If Gabriel Davis is doing that...
No, he had 4 tutties.
Yeah, don't sell him short.
Yeah, I'll sell him short.
Excuse
4
me.
tutties with 200 yards.
Well,
That don't even sound real.
no, oh,
He's a
what,
beast.
Davis or
Young
or,
star in the
or
making.
Chase,
I've
you
been
saying?
screaming this. I said it in, preseason. I said, this kid could play, man. And he
Are you
balled
saying
out.
Davis or
Next
Chase?
year's going to be a big year
He's
for
talking
him.
about Davis.
Yeah, oh no.
Yeah, we went on a tangent
I know
about
that.
Gabriel
I'm saying
Davis.
Chase had 3 TDs against this defense just weeks prior. So if they don't make an adjustment there, this guy could be gashing them. That's actually how they won this game the first time around. Jamar Chase took the game by the horns, really. So I imagine they're going to have an answer for that, but then that's where T. Higgins comes into play. So I'm saying push, guys. I think that both sides are going to be, they're going to be a crazy wreck. They're going to be doing a lot of shit in this game, to me. Next up, though, and this is just an overall summing it up point, but overall offense versus defense, guys. Bengals offense versus Chiefs offense. Who's got the overall advantage in this game? And give me a quick reason why.
I think the Bengals offense has the advantage. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Kind of what we just were reiterating on the prior segment. They have star players at at all their skill positions. So to me, I don't even think that's there's not really much else to say on that for me.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's meant to be a quick hitter there anyway.
Yeah, quick hitter is it's the Chiefs offense. Like I said, the crowd noise for me is going to be the big factor in the game. So, I'm curious to see how Burrow responds because it's going to be loud as shit there. I'm telling you, it's one of the loudest stadiums in sports. So that's a factor for me. So Chiefs offense.
Yeah, Nick, it's actually good you say that because Joe Burrow had made a comment earlier in the week about SEC stadiums being louder than NFL stadiums. So
that was
I imagine the Chiefs fans are feeling challenged here.
That was a bad move. I agree.
I know. But, hey, the guy backs up his talk usually. I'm going Chiefs here because in totality, I think they're the better unit. And it's not that I don't think – I think both sides are going to score a ton of points, but the Chiefs' offensive line is what sets them apart for me. And I think Joe Burrow is going to be rushed a little bit. Maybe not as much as last week, but I think that he's going to be pressured more than Patrick Mahomes per se. And also, I like Mahomes' ability to get out of the pocket. As you saw last week, he was able to move around a lot more than he had in previous games. He was just literally untouchable. So I like the Chiefs' offense a little bit better, but I think they're both going to score points. So next up, though, this is just overall defense. You can break this down however you choose. We got Bengals defense versus the Chiefs defense. Who's got the advantage?
I'll roll with the Bengals here with Trey Hendrickson and Carl Lawson rushing Patrick Mahomes this weekend. I think that they can get after him. Trey Hendrickson had 14 sacks this year, his career high. So I look for them to come out and get after Mahomes because I think they're going to rush him too.
Fair enough. And he's a stud, by the way. He don't get talked about enough, Mike.
He's good, man. He doesn't. He gets no love.
That guy's going to get paid soon. Nick, your thoughts? Defensive advantage.
The Chiefs. Like I said, the crowd noise. If if the offensive line can't hear the snap, they're going to be a little late. So the Chiefs' defensive line is going to have a step ahead of their offensive line on more plays than not if that crowd is really rocking. So like for me, like that could be like the X factor in the game is going to be in the trenches. Defensive line of the Chiefs versus the Bengals offensive line. I mean, like for me, it's just like that's the game. Because if Burrow gets sacked 9 times in this game, they're gonna get blown out. Straight up.
He didn't get sacked 9 times. But.
You're gonna get blown out.
Damn it, Nick.
If they get sacked, if he gets sacked 9 times, if he gets sacked 5 times, 6 times, they're getting blown out.
Anyone who does that, it's just the Titans were some booty meat.
Well, their offense wasn't clicking. That's why the Bengals survived. Yeah. So, but they're playing a different offense. That's the key. So for me, like that's the game. That's where the game's gonna be decided, in my opinion.
Yep.
Damn it, Nick, I love it, and I have to actually agree with you. So I was gonna save this for a little bit later, but X Factor for me is absolutely that matchup right there. Chiefs defensive line and their pass rush versus the Bengals offensive line. I think that sets the tone for the whole game. And then on the reverse end, I mean, really, it is the trench battle on both sides. I think the Chiefs have the edge in the trenches on the offensive line and the defensive line. The defensive line only because like the two side by side, the units are equal probably. The defensive lines on both teams, they're equal, but the Bengals offensive line, it's hard to ignore that there's a mismatch there. So I think I'm going to go slight edge to the Chiefs here. Linebacker play kind of equal on both sides. Secondaries pretty much equal on both sides. I mean, you got Tyrann Mathieu also, a little hurt right now. So I don't know how much that's going to factor into how he plays. So we'll see. I mean, I just think that they're pretty equal units overall. They're pretty equal, and I'm going with the Chiefs also because of Steve Spagnuolo's experience in this moment. So
I think
he's done it before.
The Bengals were ranked 17th overall for defense, and the Chiefs were ranked 14th. So both were middle of the pack for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, and I think this is going to be a higher scoring game. But who would I trust more to maybe possibly force a turnover? I think the Chiefs have a better chance at that. That doesn't mean I think that they are going to do it, but they have a better chance. But okay, so 2 more things, guys, and this may not be a long discussion here, but you saw how much special teams mattered in the last round of the playoffs. So we would be remiss to not mention that here. Special teams. Who's got the edge, Bengals or Chiefs?
It's got to be the Chiefs. Harrison Butker hit a 48-yard field goal as the game was expiring last Sunday. He's been there before. He's won a Super Bowl. He's a vet. Even though I love McPherson, I love how he said, I guess we're going to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
Yeah, I like that.
I like his energy.
And then you go out there and you make the kick. That's
No
good
doubt.
energy. So, why?
Big dick energy.
Yeah. Why?
Whoa.
Facts.
Well, I love
He called a
McPherson
shot.
and them.
It's a money shot.
It is the Chiefs right now.
I mean, for me, it's like a push. Like I don't know. I mean, I trust both of them.
I gotcha.
And like
McPherson's never kicked in the magnitude and, like you said, the crowd. I mean, he coming up for a 48-yard field goal to win the game. It's gonna be loud in there.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, and also you got to think about punting too. So it's definitely favors the Chiefs on special team side because the crowd noise again.
Corner.
Right. So like, it's just I'm telling you, this game is just crowd noise. It's really that stadium is gonna be loud as fuck. Like, I can't wait for this game. I'm really excited because I really want to see how Joe Burrow plays in this.
He's built for this.
Brady played in it before. You guys ass kicked. Remember a couple years ago, they got smoked there because it was loud as fuck. It was like a Sunday night game. They got blown out, or Monday night or something like that. They got blown out because that crowd noise was a factor.
Place to play.
It's fucking tough, man. So like for me, like that's really the game. Like I don't have anything else more to say.
Well, guys, I think the kicking games are equal. I'll go slight edge Chiefs here again, only because Tyreek Hill returning punts. And you got Hardman in the rotation. I think there's a little bit more explosiveness. God forbid if there should be an opportunity for them to make a play there. That could be it right there. That's like a possible game-changing play. But kicking game equal. So it's really like a very like slight difference for me. I'm not going to make a big deal about it, but field position could matter in this game. So we shall see. But last but not least, guys, coaching and the intangibles. And Nick has already been mentioning one with the crowd noise. That is absolutely an intangible. So I'm sure we're going to hear it again. But coaching and intangibles, who's got the edge? Bengals, Chiefs.
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
He's been to eight conference championship games.
He's choked a lot too, though.
That's fine.
But he's been there. Yeah. So, and he's got the better team. Like, you're home. He's home. He's the better coach, the better team. Like, for me, it's no brainer. It's Andy Reid. Yeah. And he's like, he cooks up plays that you're just like, where the fuck did that come from?
I know.
It's like he's almost like in the living room, high as hell, drawing up plays, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is gonna work." And
eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, because it's creative as fuck, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" It's like out of this world.
I know.
It's like, damn, where the fuck did that come from?
He's feeling alienated.
Andy Reid on that Kansas City barbecue is a scary guy, man.
Yeah.
He's scary when he's eating that barbecue at home.
Real shit. So I'm Andy Reid.
Yeah, I didn't think this would be a difficult one. I'm going Chiefs as well. Due to experience and the intangibles, certainly the crowd noise. They were always like ranked top 2 in terms of crowd noise between them and Seattle. It was like give or take. They're both fucking insane places to play, and they've been challenged by Joe Burrow. So coaching staff overall like them better. They've been in the spot. Pauls, go ahead.
I said mine. I said Andy Reid.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's
my
all
bad.
good. I was echoing what Nick said. It's Andy Reid.
It's okay.
8 conference championship games. I mean, he's only won 2 of them or 3 of them.
Yeah.
But it's all right. He had McNabb.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
He had McNabb for 5 of them.
Yeah.
So like he gets a little bit of a pass.
I agree.
So I mean, he'll be all right.
Throwing shade at Donnie Mack.
A little bit.
Oh.
He's not on my good side that much anymore. I used to love him, but then he got on ESPN and CBS and did nothing but talk shit on the Eagles. So I had to put
him outspoken as always.
Yeah, I had to put him in the rear view.
Fair enough. Hey, actually, so Nick and I delivered our X factors. We said it was the trench battle. It was the Chiefs D-line versus the Bengals O-line. Right, Nick? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah.
That was our X factors. So, Mike, who is your X factor for this game before we get into the actual predictions?
My X factor is Jamar Chase. The Chiefs he's had 7 games where he's had 100+ receiving yards, and they are 6-1 in them. And the only loss coming to overtime in Green Bay. So I think if he can go over 100 yards, I think the Bengals have a really good shot to pull off the upset.
Shit, Pauls, if he has a repeat performance of the last one, he set the tone of the whole game. So, fair point, great point. Because if he goes off again, look the fuck out, man.
For sure.
Look out. So, all right, guys. Well, before we get into the picks, I just want to say to the audience to let us know who you think is going to win this game. You can let us know by the spread as well. The spread is Chiefs -7. Let us know your game picks for this one. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I see Tom saying Joe Burrow's the X factor. If he plays bad, bye-bye. That's a good point, too.
Mm-hmm.
He can't afford to play bad here.
Agreed.
So it's a huge spot for him. That's a great point, Tom. But the rest of the audience, yeah, let us know who you think's going to win this game. But, guys, it's time to make our official picks. We're going to give you scores today, too. All right? So, Bengals at Chiefs. Chiefs -7. Who you got? Who wants to go first?
Do you know the over-under? Is it 54.5?
Probably 7,000.
I thought I read 54.5.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, 54.5.
Okay.
And you could do that, too, if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that.
It's not a requirement, but go ahead.
I like the Chiefs in this game. I like the Chiefs to win 38-27. I think I just think they're just a better team. The crowd's going to be rocking. I think the Chiefs get off to a hot start. I think the Bengals are going to fall behind early, and then it's going to be lights out, and they're going to be playing catch-up all day. And the X factor, again, is going to be the Chiefs' defensive line versus the Bengals' offensive line. I think if they can get after Burrow, it's going to be a long day in hell for him. I mean, I hope I'm wrong because I do like Joe Burrow, but Steve Spagnuolo is not going to let Jamar Chase do that again. He's a really good defensive coach. I actually fuck with him a lot. Like, he's a really good defensive coordinator. So, for me, like, I don't think he's going to be stupid like the Bucs to leave fucking You know, how they left Cooper Kupp wide open. I don't think they're going to leave Jamar Chase wide open like that anymore. So, but if T. Higgins can go off, like we talked about earlier, I mean, it could change the dynamic, but I don't know if the Bengals offensive line is going to be able to keep up with the Chiefs defensive line. And I think the Bengals are going to get off to a hot start, and I like them to cover, and I like the overs.
Cool. So all year I've been saying it's really hard to beat a team twice, and I really do believe that. I know you guys give me shit for it. We laugh around.
Oh.
But that trend is ending. I think the Chiefs win 35-27.
Oh. Whew.
I mean, I'm sorry, the Bengals. I read that.
Whoa,
I typed that wrong.
Whoa. How the fuck did you fuck that up?
I have
Repeat this again.
My bad. I know. I read the wrong word. My bad.
Wait.
Ghost.
Say it one more time for everybody.
Apologies. Sunday driver. The Bengals are going to win this game, and Joe Burrow is going to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
35-27.
Sound the fucking alarm.
Yo,
Sound that shit. Sound it.
Follow your convictions.
Look, I really believe that. I think, here's the thing. I think the Bengals just are coming off of a gritty win. It made them feel good. It was, it captivated that team. You have McPherson, the walk-off saying we're going to the championship game. I think the Chiefs just got out of a dogfight, a big emotional win, and I think that could weigh on them a little bit. That might have taken some life out of them. I really do like the Bengals. It's just my hunch. And I think the Bengals are going to beat them, and that's what I'm rolling with.
Okay.
You got fucking stones, brother. I love it.
I'm starting to figure out why Paladar picks his picks.
Why? Here we
Is it
go. I can't wait to hear this shit.
I think, I swear, if a team scores like 35 plus 1 week, the next week, in his mind, they're going to have a down game.
Always.
If the other team has a down game, he's predicting them to have a boom week next week.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I've been telling you. Letdowns, and that's just the way that's the way I read it. Like, and I just look at like when you watch ESPN or you watch Fox News or you watch CBS. When you got Dan Orlovsky on ESPN, oh my God! If for my son's life, I don't want anybody else throwing the football to win a game besides Matt Stafford. Are you fucking crazy? Seriously, the guy's been in the league since 2009. He has his 2 playoff wins the last 2 weeks.
But it's crazy that we're even giving him this credibility.
I know. I'm just saying.
The guy ran in the fucking end zone and didn't even know about it.
I know.
I mean,
It's
like,
just-
let's move
a
on.
former teammate of his too, though, guys.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Just giving his teammates
What
some
a
love.
fucking dickhead.
I know.
What
So
a
it's
dunce.
like
He's
when
a
I
dunce.
watch that, like I'm not saying that they're gonna have. It's not so much that like if they play good, they're gonna play bad. It's nothing like that. It's just the way that It's just the way that I bet. It's the way that I watch, and it's what I believe. And I mean, check my resume.
Check my resume.
My resume.
Get
Well, fuck out of here.
My resume works. Just going back to week 1. Everybody, oh my God, the Bills are gonna blow them out. Paul's had the upset. That's how we started off the year. I picked the Steelers.
Yo, look, I fuck with your pick.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Hey, I'm not
when we
arguing.
come in
I
here-
can
and then
see it.
Follow your
I can see it.
convictions.
Absolutely. And then when we come in here on Monday, I'm just gonna be sitting here and I'm gonna go, check my resume. That's gonna be episode 54.
What?
Check my resume.
It was already.
Again?
No, it's gonna be check my
Check my
resume part
resume
2.
Part
Again.
2? Okay.
Yeah. Check my resume part 2 or check my resume again.
Wait,
All
so
right.
pause. Hold on. So the score was Bengals 35, Chiefs 27, correct?
Yes.
I just want to clarify that for my records here.
Yeah.
All right. So you changed your Super Bowl pick.
I know.
I mean,
know.
well, the team to get there.
I
But
know.
guys, I just can't do it. Like, I see the mojo and all, I get it, but the Bengals run stops here. They're gonna be here for a while. I'm sure they can upgrade relatively fast in the offseason. They're gonna be a very good team. The credit to them to making it here. But I'm going Chiefs, my preseason pick to get to the Super Bowl and win it. Okay, I'm going Chiefs, and I got them 31-23 over the Bengals. I just can't see it, guys, and I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I think the Bengals are going to keep it interesting for a little while, but at some point, as we always reference here, or maybe it's just me, Randy Savage quotes, "The cream of the crop always rises to the top."
So you got the
Fucking
Chiefs
man.
covering.
What?
So you got Chiefs covering?
Yeah.
You also did too,
though,
didn't you,
right?
Nick?
Yeah.
You too.
Do you have
we
overs,
both
Mike?
got the Chiefs
No,
covered.
he has
so-
unders. Mike has unders because he's got 54.
Oh shit. All right, cool.
Oh, I was just saying Chiefs covering the spread. Yeah, I guess I do got the under. Is that the
Yeah,
123?
by half a
Yeah, so
point.
that's
By
just
half a
under.
point.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's just under.
And that could happen too, because you see that
100%,
shady
always,
shit all the time.
All the time.
A fucking half-point
It's like-
difference.
Yeah, like
They
So-
got you
fucking-
this year.
Oh yeah, I know.
He missed
Thanks.
the extra point.
Fucking Washington, fucking missed the extra point.
I said, I can't believe you just did that. That's not funny, bro. I had money on them.
I lost by half a point.
I know.
Like that's fucking trash, bro.
That's
Like,
regular.
No matter how you slice the pie, that's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like straight
Yeah.
up, yo.
Yeah, so maybe don't bet the over-under here. Maybe that's my advice. But, guys, it's time to move on to the NFC Championship. Bill, do your fucking thing, please.
Please. Hey.
But I got respect for my guy. That's why I said please. All right. NFC Championship. San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. Rams minus 3.5. But the 49ers have won 6 straight games against this team, including 2 this year, including the one to get into the playoffs. So the 49ers have their number. Let's see what we think here. If we think the Rams can change the narrative here, okay? I guess let's just get right the fuck into it. All right?
Let's rock,
Let's get
please.
right into it. QBs. Jimmy G on one end. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. But Jimmy G on one end. Matthew Stafford on the other. Who has the advantage? 49ers, Rams. Who wants to start us off?
I'll start. So let me start by saying this: Stafford is miles ahead of Jimmy G as a player. Jimmy G, though, for whatever reason, has had more playoff success. I can't explain it. I don't know why. Jimmy G is like, when you evaluate him, I feel like he gets like Eli Manning treatment. You have no idea what to say about him. Because when you look at him, you're like, all right, he's like mediocre. But he makes bonehead plays. He does head-scratching shit. But it always seems like in the moment when you need a play, he makes the play. He did it against the Packers to get him in field goal range. Now, he was a throwaway from winning a Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes, which would have changed a lot of stories in the NFL. But I'm still saying the advantage is with the Rams. However, it's bigger than that in this game for me. It doesn't just come down to quarterback in this game. You
Nick?
go?
Oh, I thought you
My
were still
fault, yeah.
rocking. All right,
Yeah,
my
nah.
bad. So you're going with the Rams?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm going with the Rams as well. Matthew Stafford been balling in the playoffs. He has no fucking interceptions. He's been killing it. He's got 4 touchdowns, 568 passing yards. He's been on fire. His whole team's still there. They're healthy. They're rocking and rolling. I think Deebo Samuel's a little nicked up. So for me, that's like a minus for Jimmy G. The Rams are loaded on offense. They're rocking and rolling, and they're primed for this game. And I think Matthew Stafford's ready for the moment. As you saw last week, he made the play to beat the Bucks. Before the end of the regulation, he was awesome, fantastic. I think he's ready for the moment, and to me, it's not even a question. I mean, the talent alone is just like, it doesn't even make any sense for me to even like discuss this. So for me, it's Matthew Stafford.
Hey, remember, it's up to how you interpret it. If you want to interpret it by matchup, go right ahead. But yes, the Rams definitely have the advantage at quarterback. The question for me is can the Rams adjust to the 49ers? Matthew Stafford is clearly the more talented guy, and we've been waiting for him to have a hiccup in the playoffs because that's all he was doing leading up to the playoffs, throwing interceptions left and right, and he left a lot of questions out there for us. He seems to have answered the bell. So I'm going to say that I think my trust was partially restored, but I mean, I could change with one turnover early on for the 49ers. But he's rolling. You got to go Rams with the advantage here. Going with Matthew Stafford. And Jimmy G, I could see him having a good game despite this fact. He did it in the last week of the regular season. He made some throws there at the end of that game. And I'm not expecting like otherworldly numbers from him though. I think Stafford's going to put up a nice line in comparison. So advantage there. Rams. All three of us say the same. Running backs. All right. interesting combinations here. You got on the 49ers side, you got Elijah Mitchell, and then you got Deebo Samuel, who's the do-it-all guy, Swiss Army knife. Then you got on the Rams side, you got Cam Akers. You had Sony Michel, but it looked like last week was the first time where it officially transitioned into Cam Akers in a full-time role, over 25 touches in the game. But maybe they go back to Michel a little bit because of the fumbles. Who knows? He had been playing well. So, guys, who has the advantage at running back, 49ers or Rams? Two good groups.
49ers, Elijah Mitchell and Deebo Samuel all year. I mean, that's literally their offense. That's their identity. They run the football. They run the football. They run the football. They do play action. The Kittle, Ayuk, Samuel. For me, that's their identity. So I'm going with the Niners. I think they're just a better overall players. Although I do think that Cam Akers has been playing really well. Besides last week, he fumbled twice. I get it, but I feel like he'll learn from his mistakes. And I like the way he runs. He runs kind of violently. Like he does. I like that. Like that's a Nick player. It is. I like that. Like he cares. Like he puts it all. Every time he touches the ball, he makes it count. And Sony Michel, since Henderson got hurt, he's balled. He's been balling out.
Could you imagine if they still had Henderson and got Cam Akers back?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So for me, but like I like Mitchell and Deebo. I mean, all year they've been, this is the reason why they're here. For me, it's just a running game. So I'm going Niners.
Yeah, same for me, dude. It's not really much to talk about. Deebo Samuel is just like, he's the most versatile weapon in the NFL. He is unbelievable with what he does. I mean, he catches the ball 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and next thing you know, he's got 13 yards. Mm-hmm. And it's 3rd and 11. He did it to the Packers. So to me, it's not even. I'm all in with the Niners on the running backs.
Guys, I'm gonna have to agree with you because it's not just because of the backs. It's the way the 49ers offense runs. Like their offense is funneled through the run game. They're the most creative in the run game. Their offensive line is phenomenal blocking the run. So it's a combination of all that, and then you add the talent. Elijah Mitchell is actually really good. Doesn't get talked about too much because Deebo Samuel's just absolutely sensational. He is arguably the reason the team made it to this round. Not just like where they are overall, but last week coming up with big plays in big moments. So I'm giving the edge to the 49ers, but there's always a but. I actually think that Cam Akers is going to have a big game here. He's going to rebound, and they're going to go to him early, try to reestablish himself after last week and gain some confidence. So I think both sides should have some success running the football. But I'm going to give the edge to the 49ers. So next up, we got the pass catchers. And this is two groups that are also very good. They're deep groups, okay? 49ers, you got Deebo Samuel. You got George Kittle, who's not even been used as much as a pass catcher during this run. But he's obviously one of the best tight ends of football. You got Brandon Ayuk, who reestablished himself. He's a top pick. He had a great finish to the season. You even have Jawan Jennings, who I have to mention because the last time these two teams faced off, this guy had 6 for 94 and 2 tutties. So Jawan Jennings,
great stat,
is
Mike.
somebody. I had to say it. Okay, and then you got on the Rams side, you obviously have Cooper Kupp, who's having the best wide receiver season in NFL history. OBJ, who's scoring touchdowns nonstop. He's been a great fit. You got Van Jefferson, who also has stepped up this year. And then you got Tyler Higbee, who's probably underrated. So these are two very good positional groups. Who you got, 49ers or Rams?
Yo, I got to be honest. This is a hard question.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for me.
Because I fuck with Jawan Jennings.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he fucking
DFS sleeper.
he killed the Rams last time they played.
No, I know that. But, bro, it's Cooper Kupp. OBJ's had a resurgence.
Yeah.
Facts.
I told you
He had 6 for 69 last week.
he's such a bad teammate.
He catches touchdowns.
He's such a bad teammate.
I could still make that point that he is.
We tried to tell him.
I tried to show him.
I can still make the point that he is. He is a bad teammate. I don't think he is, but I can still make the point. I could argue against it.
I'm messing with you.
Nah.
No, I think this is tough. Go ahead.
I would give the advantage to the Niners. I mean, Jesus Christ.
You
I would give it to the
Ghost.
I would give it to the Rams for sure. Cooper Kupp is he's unguardable. He's unguardable. And like I said, what's his face had a resurgence. Odell Beckham, Van Jefferson's good. Tyler Higbee's a formidable tight end. He's not a scrub. He's not a slouch. So to me, I would roll with the Rams. And they have a quarterback that could get them the ball, and he can negate the pass rush because he can get the ball out of his hands quick enough.
I'm gonna go Rams, but this is a tough one because the last time, like I said, Jawan Jennings really balled out. I don't know the stats, but I think he had maybe like 100 yards, a touchdown or some sort. He really played well against them. So that could be a next factor for the Niners to move the chains along with Kittle. I mean, you can't guard everybody, so that's the matchup they got to look forward to exploit. But for me, I'm going with the Rams. I mean, I saw it last week, like straight up. I'm not gonna fucking cap. I saw it last week. Cooper Kupp, that man is fucking for real, man. 2,000 yards, and he finds a way to burn people. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm rolling with it because it's been working all year, and it just seems like it's his year. Like nothing can go wrong. It doesn't even matter. And they got OBJ, Van Jefferson, Higbee. Like Higbee's had a good year. They have good weapons. Like, and they have Kendall Blanton. Yo, don't sleep on him. He fucking scored. He scored last week. Yeah. How many tight ends can say, yeah, I scored a touchdown in the playoffs? Not many. Like a handful, right?
Oh my God.
So he accomplished some shit.
He's the GOAT.
You can laugh all you want.
He's the GOAT.
But the man, he scored.
He owed you one. He owed you
I know,
one.
no, I know.
He did owe me. He did. I had to give fucking Kendall Blanton some love. I had him in my DFS lineups a couple times.
You know what the thing with Cooper Kupp is? I feel like he still gets underestimated because he's like a dorky white guy. I really do. I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves. I'm dead ass serious.
That's definitely.
If this was Julio Brown or AJ
Brown,
I mean, Julio Jones or AJ Brown,
that's a conversation.
and they're having this type of thing, it's crazy. I feel like he's burning D-backs because they're still not respecting him. I really believe that because there's no way that they're just lining up and he's smoking people like this.
See, it's hard to believe that because like any logical human being would be like, all right, this guy has like literally 2,000 yards. Let's double his ass. I don't care where he's at in the field. I'm putting two fucking guys on him and I'm shadowing him all game. Let everybody else beat me. I'm serious. That's what I would do. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? And then blitz Stafford and double Kupp and see what happens. Force feed to OBJ and Van Jefferson and Higbee. Let them beat you. Don't let that guy beat you because he will beat you. And then it was proven last week. So like I said, I seen it last week.
Yeah.
So for me, it's okay.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go push. If there's one unit, if there's one player this year that might be able to partially cancel out Cooper Kupp, it would be Deebo Samuel. But that's besides the point. They're both phenomenal. I think they're both deep position groups, and I think they both have pretty decent matchups. I mean, after last week, Jalen Ramsey even showed a little bit of, dents in the armor, per se. So he got burned by Mike Evans. I have to point that out. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey is the best player in the secondary on both sides, but I'm saying that I think both units are going to have success in this game. Really, though, obviously, like the Rams are going to utilize them more, I guess. So I guess, statistically, the Rams should come out on top here. But I mean, yeah, they're just so close in talent overall as a group. And I'm gonna have to say, DFS sleeper is Jawan Jennings this week. He's a value play. I'm gonna probably mention that you might see him in my lineup. I cannot confirm or deny yet. We have not posted it yet, so you'll see that. He could be a good value play here.
Mikey P.
Yeah,
we have a comment on our YouTube from Hank.
Shout out Hank.
Who is the best wide receiver left? Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, or Jamar Chase? That's a
great
fantastic question.
That is a good question.
That's a hell of a group right there.
I mean, for me,
it's Cooper Kupp.
It's Kupp. I would
the
say
model
Kupp.
of consistency all year. For me, it's just like he's Cooper Kupp, bro. Like he's getting two.
Who's the worst at it?
Bro, you can game plan him for him, and he's still getting 9 fucking catches for $150
every
and
week.
a tutty.
Every week.
Every week, it's like guaranteed. You like, for me, it's Cooper Kupp, but that is a really good question.
That's the question of the night right there. Out of respect, I have to say Cooper Kupp. Most talented of the group is Tyreek Hill, though. But for what it's worth, Cooper Kupp and the way he's been used this year, and he essentially, like, he's a do-it-all guy. Just an insane amount of targets. The guy is freaking ridiculous. So you have to give Cooper Kupp his love. I can't just say due to talent I'm gonna bypass that. You know.
Agreed.
Pauls, who was your answer? I don't know if I called that.
No, I said Kupp first, and then I said it could be funny too. Who would you say is the worst at it, M4?
Yeah, right. Like, is there a worst?
I don't
Is
know.
there a worst?
Shit.
Pass? Pass on that one.
Here's the thing. The
the
only
war.
reason I would say Chase is because Debo could do a little bit more. But Chase is fantastic, dude. He's amazing.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with any of them.
Hey,
man,
he said who's the best, not the worst. So I'm going to pass.
you have to-
I know, but who's the worst?
You have to take 3 of those. Who are you
Wow,
taking?
that's a really good question.
I'm taking Kupp, Hill, definitely. And then
What's our audience think? Leave a comment. Who's the worst out of the 4?
go ahead.
Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, or Jamar Chase? Let us know. I'm probably going to lean, like, as an overall receiver, for me, it's going to come down to Debo and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. That's tough.
But I've only seen 1 year. I mean, Debo's really had 1 breakout year. Jamar Chase is a rookie. So, like,
And he's already
for me, I would say Debo is the worst. For me. Yeah. I'm going
See
Debo.
one comment. Tom saying Chase, see ya.
I hate to say because I made the
I love
comment before.
Debo. Fuck, I don't want to do that.
I know.
I don't want to do that.
I know.
Fuck, I don't like that's. Oh,
I
man.
know. It sucks. Just because Debo's so versatile. Like, you could line him up anywhere.
I know he's a beast. He's a beast.
Here, I'll help you with this. Here's going to be my interpretation. It's not because I'm going to say, who needs to be left out. But if I was to build a lineup out of the 4, my lineup would be this. I would have Hill on one side. I'd have him as my X, okay? I'd have my wide receivers going to be on the other side is going to be Debo because I could use him in multiple ways, all right? I could use him as a deep threat. I could use him underneath. I could use him on an end around. I could do whatever I want with him there. Tyreek Hill is going to – he's a do-it-all guy too for that matter, but he's going to be my deep threat, my primary target probably. And then you got Cooper Kupp in the slot. The natural fit there, the guy who's going to get open and make all the clutch catches for you, the guy who can match up against virtually anybody. So that would leave Chase out by default there. That would be my lineup if I had to pick 3 out of those 4.
Yep.
Not to get too off track here.
All right, what do we got next?
Well, I'm just going off Jamar Chase's rookie year versus Debo's rookie year.
Well, I mean, Chase is having, like, one of the...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a stud, man.
like,
And it's crazy because he
It's
sat
hard.
out the year before.
it's a toss up for me. It's just like flip a coin. I mean, I love Debo though. That's the thing. Fuck. That's a good
Great question, guys.
Great question.
We're gonna keep this moving along though, all right? So now, I mean, this might be a shorter answer here, but we have the overall offenses now on both sides. We got the 49ers offense or the Rams offense. Who's got the advantage?
I will say, overall, I will take the Niners. Just because I think they create big problems offensively for people to other teams, mainly the Rams, because they don't have to target Ramsey. They could line up in so many different formations, and Ramsey can only cover one guy. And that's why they've picked apart the Rams the last 6 games, and 7 out of the last 10 is because Kyle Shanahan is out coaching Sean McVay.
Damn.
I'm going Rams. They're just so good, like in all aspects. I mean, they're just so hard to guard. For me, like the Niners getting like these weird ruts where like they just don't score, like they don't move the football. Like for me, because of the inconsistency of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
But for me, like Matthew Stafford's been playing his ass off. McVay's been coaching his ass off. Cooper Kupp is there. OBJ's been balling. They have Higbee. They have a good running game. Their offensive line's been playing really well. So for me, I don't even know. I don't think it's really that close for me because like I just think the Rams are better on offense. Like I like their quarterback better in their system.
For sure.
For me, like the Niners are more of a run first team, and I think the Rams are gonna be ready for that. And then they have Jalen Ramsey. You know, you could put Jalen Ramsey on Ayuk, or you could put him on Kittle, because well maybe not, but maybe. You know, I've seen Ramsey cover Gronk, so maybe they do that, but I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I know the Rams are definitely better offensively. I was answering the question as just like for this game, I think the Niners offense matches up better with the Rams defense. Like I wasn't saying like player for player. Like if any given Sunday I'm taking the Rams as offense, but for this particular game, I just feel like the way the 49ers are built, I just feel like they handle the Rams. I don't know why. They just always seem to handle them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been apparent for the last three seasons.
You like this answer then, Mike. You like this answer. I'm going to say Rams, but if you exclude quarterbacks here, the whole rest of the thing, the offensive lines, the units, I mean, because the pass catchers, the running backs almost cancel out. There's a lot of talent there. But offensive line, the 49ers have a pretty substantial advantage, especially when you consider Andrew Whitworth. If he plays for the Rams, you don't know if he's going to be battling hurt. I think the unit as a whole, when you exclude quarterbacks, is in the Niners' favor because of that. But then when you include the quarterbacks, the pendulum swings right the fuck back. Stafford has a sizable advantage over Jimmy G. So that's why this team's able to score points. They got a quarterback. They got, and the whole unit itself is good. The scheme is good. So I'm going Rams. I trust them to score more points, on a given Sunday. But, it is fair to note, though, the 49ers have had success in this matchup. And they have a hell of a unit. Their offensive line is really that good.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Trent Williams misses that game, or he doesn't practice, or he's not 100%, the 49ers are in fucking trouble. Because Von Miller's coming after your ass. Aaron Donald's coming after your ass. Leonard Floyd's coming after your ass. I saw it last week. I mean, I don't need any further proof. I mean, it kind of reeks of last week. Tristan Wirfs was out, and then the Bucs were left with fucking Josh Wells at right tackle. And if Trent Williams is not 100%, or he misses, that's a big hole, and he's on the left side. Pause. So like for me, it's just like if he misses the game, I don't think this is going to be close.
You're right, Nick, and that's a fair point because it's possible that he could miss the game. It is possible. It's possible Whitworth misses it too. But 49ers need Trent Williams more, I would say, than the Rams need Whitworth. No doubt. So, good point. We're moving on to the defensive side, though. 49ers defense versus the Rams defense. Who you got?
The Rams defense. Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Not much to be said. They have a lot of talent on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Rams defense. Like I said, I mean, their defensive front is just like, it's ridiculous. Because Von Miller has like the resurgence of him over the last like 6-7 games is amazing. Like he's really been the X factor, and the fact that the Rams can move Aaron Donald anywhere on that line is absolutely insane. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Like
he's so good.
He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. So like he could wreck a game by himself. Jalen Ramsey's an excellent corner. Although he did have a tough game against Mike Evans last week, though. With the goat throw.
He looked human.
With the goat throwing. The goat.
Yeah, he choked a little bit. So
yeah, over here. Yeah, you love my demise, bro.
I know.
See?
Yep, I know.
You poke me, I poke you. It's like Baker Mayfield.
He choked. That's fine.
He's got more commercials and touchdown passes this year.
It's all right.
We talk about my guy.
Yeah.
Who we talking about?
It's all right. Matt Stafford sent your guy into retirement.
Nah, my guy's chilling, bro, with 7 rings.
I know.
He's chilling.
Keep living in the past.
7 rings with a supermodel wife chilling in
Choked
Florida.
and eliminated.
It's all right. 7 rings.
Choked and eliminated.
7 rings.
Choked and eliminated.
7 rings.
We'll have more Tom Brady talk soon, guys.
It don't bother me because like it don't bother me because he's trolling and like he loves Brady behind closed doors, so don't let the camera fool you.
I do.
So it's all a facade. I've been saying it for years, so don't trust him, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to tell you though, I've seen a couple of great comments here. I want to point out, Tom. He's having a hell of a show here, Tommy. All right,
He's
engaged. Says you forgot Eric Weddle. Eric Weddle is now a Ram, and that is actually pretty meaningful. Okay.
Yo, Tom loves Weddle.
He's a good player, man. Hell of a player.
For real.
Possible Hall of Famer one day. We'll see.
Leadership.
We'll see soon. So, Dave Pasillo, hard to pick between the Niners and Rams. It is hard to judge between division rivals. They know each other so well. This is where coaching is the key to try something new. So, who knows? Maybe you'll see a little change of plans here on both sides of the ball. But anyway, back to my selection. I'm saying push, guys. In totality, the Rams have the more top-end talent of the two. There's no question. You could justify Aaron Donald being the very best player in the entire NFL, and I wouldn't pick a bone, all right? I wouldn't argue with you.
Hey, yo, you guys are wild, bro. Yo, you guys are fucking crazy.
Who's you guys?
Bro, Tom Brady's the best player in the NFL.
Who are you talking about?
Everybody.
I'm just saying. I hate the Aaron Donald shit.
Hey, one guy is still in the playoffs and one is
thing.
not right now. You could justify it, is all I said. I didn't say he was. I just said you could justify the argument that he's the best player in the league. He is the best defensive player in the league, so let's just call it that at least.
That's
he's
true.
He's the best defensive player in the league, okay? But I won't argue with you either way. And Jalen Ramsey's probably the best corner in the league. He's right up there, if not. They have the more top-end talent. You got Von Miller, obviously, Leonard Floyd. But the 49ers, Nick Bosa, you're not going to hear enough about Fred Warner, though. Fred Warner tips the scales a little bit because this game could be decided by the fact whether or not the Rams can establish the run. So if Fred Warner has a huge game here, if Fred Warner in the linebacking core, this could change a lot of things. It makes the Rams one-dimensional. So it's interesting for me. I'm going to say push. I have to say push. All right? Special teams. 49ers, Rams. Who you got?
The 49ers. They basically just won a playoff game off of field goal block, a pump block, and a clutch field goal.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's the Niners, but
their special teams is outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, Robbie Gould hasn't missed in the playoffs either, so for me, that's a major factor as well. Man has fucking ice in his veins. Been here before. Yeah, I mean, like you said, they had a pump block last week. It's the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going Niners too, and that's not counting the fact like Deebo Samuel is back there returning punts on occasion. So that pretty self-explanatory given what you guys just said. Kicking game, Matt Gay is pretty good, but also I want to point out one thing, that he was hurt last game. He got hurt in warm-ups, and it could be the reason why he was short on the one kick. So I don't know if he's recovered or not. It looks like he's going to play, though. So I just want to point that out. That could be a major difference there. The kicking game could be major, and the 49ers have the clear advantage right now, given that note, okay? Last but not least, coaching and intangibles, all right? 49ers versus Rams, and then we make our picks in a few minutes. Who you got?
I give the Niners the advantage in this, as I referenced a little bit earlier. Shanahan has owned McVay, being 6-0 in the last 6, 7-3 over the last 10. The Niners win over the Packers is one of those inspiring wins that I feel like can propel teams to go on and do great things. And the Rams looked like that for 3 quarters, and then they got into a self-inflicted dogfight and had to gut out a win that they almost blew. So again, with the emotional side that I look at, I'm right now I have the advantage with the Niners on that, with the coaching and the intangibles and all that. So that's where I am.
I got the Rams. Rams. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And who did they beat last week? They beat Tom Brady in Tampa. I think the Rams are rolling. I think they're going to take care of business. I understand the Niners have been playing really good football. They've been playing playoff football since, the last 4 weeks, actually the last couple of weeks in the regular season. So, they've had their backs against the wall, but the Rams have been rolling. And, the Niners kicked their ass twice. This kind of reminds me of the Bucks getting over the Saints in the playoffs. Like last year, the Bucks lost to the Saints twice. Like they owned them. I mean, they spanked them twice. And then the playoffs came, the Bucks got the better end of the Saints. So for me, this kind of like it has that feel to it. So I'm going Rams, and I'll take the Niners with the points. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think this is the hurdle that the Rams have to get over to get to the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to do it. And we'll see what happens in a couple weeks.
I love that take.
When they do go to the Super Bowl.
I love that take. I love both of your points, to be honest with you. I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm going 49ers. In a matchup like this, when you've had so much success against the other side, you obviously have something fucking going for you. So until proven otherwise, Shanahan has the edge in this matchup. Until proven otherwise. So that being said, though, and this is I'm going to now reference an older comment that I've been holding on to. Hank said this. This is a home game for the Niners, right?
Yep. They have no home field advantage.
The Rams don't really have.
It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Established fan base. They were blocking the 49ers from purchasing tickets. So it could be interesting. This could be a 49er crowd. This is also the site of the Super Bowl. You would think that would be a good thing if the Rams get there, but it may not be. That's what I'm trying to say. So home field actually don't matter much to me here. I actually think it could help the 49ers. So again, I have to lean 49ers there. But as Nick said, though, you made it this far. You beat the fucking man. You beat the returning champs. All right. This is a prove-it game for Sean McVay. Can you sustain what you did last week in arguably your best coaching performance in a big game? Can you do it again? And I'll let you know in a second if I feel confident about it, because we're going into our game picks, all right? Audience, let us know how you feel, all right? I'm going to read the revised line, make sure it didn't change. It did not, okay? It's 49ers at Rams. Rams minus 3.5. And the over-under is 46. Feel free to include that as well. Well, you're going to get it anyway. We're giving our scores out. So let us know, audience, how you feel about this game. Who wants to start first, guys?
I will start it off because to top off the weirdest year in NFL history, it's going to get even weirder.
Oh, my God.
And the Niners are
He's
going to
do it.
So you got the Niners and the Bengals.
I have the Niners and the Bengals.
Damn.
I have the Niners and the
You
Bengals.
parlaying that shit? You sprinkling some shit on
I
that?
am going to sprinkle some shit on it because you're going to get great value, number one. And why can't it happen? And number two, I think this is a way for Jimmy G to shove it up the organization's ass for drafting Trey Lance. And the 49ers need to learn something. If Jimmy Garoppolo goes to this Super Bowl, plays well and or wins, they need to make Trey Lance available immediately. Don't do what the Eagles did. Do not do what the Eagles did. They fucked their whole franchise up when they got rid of Nick Foles.
That's a lesson to be taught right there.
And here's the thing: I was a proponent of.
What if he loses?
Of selling Nick Foles. I would still trade Lance. He's been to 2 Super Bowls, and at that point it'll be 5-2 in the playoffs. You can live with that.
Wow. Well, hold that part of the conversation, guys, because it's not gonna be the last time we talk about it. And Phil, where the fuck are you? Hit the fucking alarm. Hit that fucker right now.
You gotta let me know. Shit.
I said it. It got cut off by Mike.
I didn't hear shit.
I had to sound the fucking because you know why, Mike?
Sound the fucking.
I don't think. I feel like the public is leaning Rams here, not because you're wrong. I mean, they've had so much success in this matchup. I'm not downplaying your pick. I'm not saying it's ballsy. I'm just saying the public thinks you're fucking crazy, and I know it.
I love
That's why I sounded the fucking.
The public needs to check my resume. It'll be posted on episode 54 this Monday.
This dude is crazy.
All right, Nick. Wait, what was your score, Mike? I need your score.
28-24.
What's the over on there in this shit?
46.5, he just said? Was it 46.5?
46.5?
46. So you got 49ers 28-24, correct?
Yes, sir.
No field goals. Oh shit. Damn, good for you.
Hank's got the
All right.
Hank's got the Rams covering 21-17.
All right, Hank. I hear you. I hear you over there. Adriana Pasillo. He didn't even say please this time. This must be serious.
I apologize,
Yeah.
Adriana. Please check my resume Monday when you tune
she
in.
was talking about me, Mike.
Oh, my fault.
I said, Phil, play the fucker right now. That was funny. That's the second time she made a funny comment. I had to acknowledge it this
That's
time.
great.
Good shit, Age. All right. Nick, you want this? You want me to go?
Pause.
Don't matter.
Pause. I want this.
That's unbelievable.
I always want this.
It's all about the delivery, guys.
For me, I'm going Rams. I'm going, like I said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. They did it last week. I'm going Rams 23-20. I think San Fran covers. I think this game's coming down to a last-second field goal again. Matt Gay is going to deliver, and the Rams are going to the Super Bowl, and that's where I'm at.
All right, guys. I have to be the deciding vote here, I guess.
Let's see where you're at, Mikey. What do you got?
Man, because remember, I want to remind everybody, I said the Rams would lose to the Niners in the final week of the season.
Aaron Donald still
I
there?
said that shit.
Cooper Kupp still there?
No, I hear you, Nick. I hear you.
Matthew Stafford still there?
And guess what, Nick? I'm going to agree with
Cam
you.
Akers still there?
The Rams. Hey, buddy.
Sean McVay still there?
I agree.
Von Miller still there? Go ahead, Mikey P. I'm just fucking around.
It's all good. But I was trying to make it seem like I was leaning one way because I mean it's a fair note. It's a fair note, but I think if you think it's hard to beat a team twice, imagine beating them 3 fucking times. I do feel like Nick, the Bucs Saints thing was a great point because I feel like this is the moment where the Rams say, "Hey, we learned a thing or two. We're gonna get over this hump. We just beat the GOAT. We're gonna make sure we get this job done. This is why we were all brought here." So the Rams are gonna win this, and get this, it's gonna be another one where if you bet the over/under, you're gonna be taking a shit if you follow my logic here. It's Rams 27, 49ers 20, decided by 1 fucking point there. All right, half a point in the other, 1 point in this one. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat if you bet the over/under. I might just avoid altogether for both of these games, but I got the Rams covering. Let me write that shit down. What do you guys think of that, huh?
I want to see what
Making the
parlay
over-unders
pays out for
sweat a
my
little
bet.
bit.
I want to see what the I'm gonna try and pull it up real fast. I want to see what the parlay pays out for my bet.
And well, feel free to include that before we move on, Mike. I'm actually going to acknowledge another comment. Dave Pasillo, Niners won 6 in a row, I believe. Correct. Yes, Dave, that is correct. The Niners have won 6 in a row against the Rams, including 2 this year.
$50 wins $430.
For what? If he took the Bengals and
Bengals and
the
Niners.
Niners? Holy shit.
The
Yeah, that's
Niners,
fucking tempting,
the
man.
Niners
real?
money line is plus 148. The Bengals is plus 285. So the Bengals is huge.
Wow. Sprinkle some
Mike,
shit.
I'll tell you why
Sprinkle
I love
baby.
it. I love it, Mike, only because this year has been fucking chaos.
It's not going
The
to stop.
parity this year, every week there's always been something crazy so far. So us going away from that, I don't want to say I feel safe making my picks here. I'm really breaking the game down, but Mike, to your credit, there's always been something fucking crazy at least once a week this year. So I won't be surprised. Like, that's all I'm trying to say here. Even though it's fucking crazy, you got the Chiefs losing for one. I
It's
think
only
that's
crazy till it's true.
I know. I'm not downplaying your picks here.
Yeah,
so
quick-
people, you heard it there. There's money to be made there if you got the stones to do
A
it.
quick props thing for you guys. Jimmy Garoppolo, passing yards, over under 228 and a half.
Under.
I'm going under because I bet the over last week, and this motherfucker had no
do you have,
passing
40?
yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass
Under.
serious. He had like 30 passing yards at halftime. I'm not. It's
Got
funny,
the
right?
job done.
You love my demise. See?
I'll
He's
bet because
laughing
you got-
about me losing my bet.
Here we
I
go
lost my
again.
money. I lost
I'll
my
bet because
hard-earned money, and he's laughing over
You have
here.
30.
See what I mean?
You have 30 yards at halftime.
I put the hex on him, bro.
You did.
I always do that shit.
It's Jimmy G. What can we say here? I
no.
mean,
Under.
he's
Fuck
not going
him.
to do anything to the fourth quarter probably. So
How about Cooper
it might
Kupp?
matter. We'll see.
Cooper Kupp receiving yards over under 103 and a half. I'm going
Oh
over.
shit! Hold on. You want to do all the props tonight, or are you holding that off?
I'm just throwing some shit at the wall.
Group decision right now. Are we holding this and we're doing this over the weekend?
Yes.
Maybe give everybody a little special segment over the weekend.
Yeah, I'll give you my parlay.
There you go.
And so will Pals.
See that Nick was teasing you guys. All right, we got some. We're gonna have some props for you guys.
I got
over the
excited.
weekend.
I jumped the gun.
No, it's okay. The teaser's important. All right? That's how you lock them in.
Yeah. Lock Crow on fire.
Oh my God! Wait, I got another. Look at this comment. Hank, man. You guys, we don't need to answer this, but this is a fucking hilarious comment. Who's the most attractive NFL reporter? Aaron Andrews, Laura Rutledge, Diana Rossini, or Rich Eisen?
Meg Ryan now or 64?
That's funny.
Oh, good shit. Good shit. I'm not gonna answer that though, but yeah. Anyway, that was great. All right. Well,
Whose ankles?
I mean, whoa.
Say that again?
No, never mind.
No, say that again.
I said, whose ankles you gonna grab?
Oh, shit.
Nick, take it away.
Yo, that's
No,
fucking
wait.
insane.
Hold on, Nick. I gotta do my thing first. But yeah, Phil, take it easy over there.
Sorry.
Anyway, guys. All right. This is another great episode. We had a lot of fun.
Phil Warren is
So, yeah, I don't know what's going on over there with Phil tonight. He's fucking shot, but
he horny as hell.
Nick's face is so fucking red.
It's the lights, dude. It's hot. in
I'm
here.
sorry, man. Can
yeah,
we,
this is a way to go out. I'll tell you what. This
That's
is a way to end it.
crazy.
Everybody's happy. We're not killing each other. All right. And we got some great games ahead. So, all right, let me just break this shit down. We'll call it a night. We're gonna have some shit to talk about this weekend. All right. And then we got a lot of shit to talk about on Monday. All right. So P&I tonight was brought to you by Prize Picks, your home for daily fantasy sports. New users who sign up for Prize Picks today using the promo code ICONIC will receive 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Promo code ICONIC. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy. I hope that you checked us out on Props Network tonight. That's propshq.com. If not, go there right now. Subscribe to our page. Check us out there for our show news, our live stream and episode schedule, and anything else. You know, our Twitter feed's there too. Pretty interesting stuff. Check it out on propshq.com. Last but not least, all right, yes, our next show is Monday. Stay tuned on social media, though, because like we just said for you, we're going to have a little short clip. All right, little short something for you guys, a little bonus. Props, maybe even some DFS breakdown over the weekend. I can assure you one thing, though. On Instagram, you will find our game picks from tonight. And you will also see our DFS lineups. We're going to do a classic contest. And I personally have already put a lot of money into DFS for the weekend. I like what I'm seeing, so I may actually offer you some bonus lineups on my end. Stay tuned on social media for our shit. Otherwise, thank you so much as always. We appreciate it. Nick, take it away.
Thank you guys for all the love, support, and the comments. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on propshq.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher, and all that other shit. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we'll see you guys next week at P&I.
Philly Phil making a statement.
What the fuck was that?
Hey, yo, that was fucking wild. Psychotic and iconic.